Good evening, everyone. This is Amelia Pitbull Chapman coming to you live Wednesday night. It is 4 p.m. in California, it's 6 p.m. in Texas, and of course 7 p.m. Eastern time here in Florida. As you can see, I am all by myself again tonight. I got rid of him for Wednesday night. As you can see, haha, mad dog. You're probably going to kill me for that, but oh well, right? He's at church, so he has to forgive me, right, Pastor Steve? Now, we are here tonight to talk to you about weight loss, the fat burner secrets. The Dan Eamer is going to be with us on the 18th to talk to us about this wonderful book, The Fat Burner Secrets. And I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the book to kind of bring you a heads up, because kind of like it's a little bit personal for me. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the book, kind of give you a little bit of insight as well of my struggles and what I'm going through with that. And I hope to kind of like maybe help you guys along the way. So you'll kind of like have some, if you have questions for him, please ask him. I know he's going to be happy to answer any questions that you may have. So when we have Dan Eamer here on the 18th, please feel free to ask. First of all, I want to say thank you for everybody to joining us tonight. The first thing I want to do is tell you guys about my issues. I've had some thyroid issues growing up. I think I was about 18 when I discovered them. And you either have underactive thyroid or you have overactive thyroid. The overactive thyroid, I believe, is when you have trouble gaining weight, is you're real skinny. I have, unfortunately, the underactive thyroid, which helps, it doesn't help you lose the weight. And after I had my children is really when it started acting up. Because, of course, when you're pregnant and you have to lose the weight back to your normal weight, that's when a female's body gets unbalanced. And so that's when I had a lot of issues trying to lose the weight back, because that's when a woman's body goes through a lot of changes. And so I saw my doctor. She was putting me on medications after she did some blood work, but it seemed like the medications that she put me on, the thyroid medication, it wasn't really working. So I was trying exercise, doing the lab work every so many weeks that she had me do, the medication, and of course, eating right, doing the exercise. But of course, when you're a mom, you're trying to raise kids and trying to make sure they're eating right as well. Fast food, of course that doesn't help at all. So it's been like that pretty much all my life. And then of course when your kids get older, and of course now that they're out of the house and you're working and coming home having to clean the house, and of course you have dogs, and uh trying to make sure that you're eating right, what of course a lot of us here walk, of course, or you're just wanting to go home and rest because you're so tired and you just want to sit down and have a quick meal, don't have time to cook, or you're responsible for someone else here in the house that can't really move that much, or whatever your situation is, you just want to hurry up and sit down and rest again, or you have dogs to take care of, you have to walk, anything like that. Life gets in the way a lot. So you really don't have time for yourself. And then you find yourself that you're tired again because just recently it's just have a lot going on. So with me, it's just been up and down, up and down. And then if you're the type of person that's moving from city to city, depends on your job, or if you're offered a different job and you're, like I said, wanting to move to city, or you just decide, you know what, I can't live in this town anymore. I just want a different change. Again, you have to change doctors, and then that's a stress. Also, like stress can do it as well. Or if you don't exercise as often as you should. And that's what this book is about, the fat burner secrets, learning how to exercise, eat well as well, and to fat burn, things like that. Well, let's get into that for a little bit. First of all, I do recommend, and of course it's recommended, to see your doctor first, get a physical, okay? to see what your doctor wants to do as well. You want to make sure that everything's good. Exercise. Like for me, my doctor said, okay, you're on this type of medication. This is what she recommended for me. We're going to do your blood work. She had to raise my medication, first of all. And because I have an underactive thyroid. So she recommended that. She recommended me to go to, she put me on some weight loss medication as well. And she put me on a diet. And also, what she did is you want to have goals, which this book also says. You have goals and you must be committed. And that's another thing. Also, with that, you want to develop a laser like athlete attitude. Okay. You want to make sure that when you have goals, you want to develop like an athlete attitude. You want to stick to your goals. And your weight is very important to change your physique. Without that, you can't change your weight. You want to make sure that you stick to that part. And also, too, because like I was noticing when I was losing weight, I had some outfits that I had, and I thought, I put them on, and I thought, wait a minute, I used to have this shirt or blouse that fit me kind of tight just up to my waist, and I put it on recently, and I was like, oh my gosh, this fits me just like a dress. Oh my goodness. I felt so great because you want to do the pinch test with your outfit or your shirt. And it made me feel so good. I said, you know what? I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to continue doing this, going to the gym. I want to continue doing this weight loss. And I want to continue to do that. But before you go to the gym, you want to, like I said, get your physical and you want to go to a gym. If you want to go to a gym, that's fine. Make sure that you get what the gym is saying. Do you have a trainer? It says yes. Okay. If you want to get a trainer, some of them are free, which is great. You get with your trainer. You can make sure, if you want to make sure that they're certified and licensed, and say, okay, this is what I'm going through. And the trainer will look and say, okay, let's start with this first for you. And then they'll start, okay, let's go on and let's develop this for you. Well, let's start slow. And then they'll say, okay, well, let's do a treadmill, whatever they want to see you do, or whatever your goals are. That's what they'll do. And they'll develop slow for you. If they want to do a treadmill, they'll do a treadmill. Or let's say, let's do the free weights for you if you want to work on your arms first. Or they'll say, okay, well, let's just do your legs first. Let's do some leg exercises first. And if you live in a place like I do, that you can do walking every night or in the morning, whatever you feel is best for you. You can walk as long as you can, if you can do that, or ride a bicycle in the morning or at night, whatever it feels, wherever you live at, if it's cool enough for you in the morning, or if it's better at night, whatever's easiest for you, if that's something that you like to do. Or if you have, when it starts to get nice out, usually the places that you live, or if you have a YMCA or somewhere close, you could do some swimming, or they have a place where you could do some swimming exercises. Join a little club area. Usually they'll have something during the summertime or year round where you can do, they'll do some swimming exercises, something like that. Or even at the gym, maybe you have a gym that does swimming stuff. It just depends on what your trainer and you develop with each other. And with me, that's what I wanted to do. But I wanted to first find out what my lab work was. And unfortunately, my underactive thyroid prevent was making me so tired. I don't know if I thought it was my job, maybe wearing me down, because it's a little stressful, and some of us may have stressful job because stress can do that to you. Or maybe it's the food you eat. That's another thing. You want to make sure that you get with your doctor, and okay, and they'll even ask you, what do you eat? And then the doctor can help you make appointment with a dietitian and say, okay, I want to lose weight, but also been exercising. And you want to get with a dietitian and say, okay, this is what I want to do. And the dietitian will help you put a good balanced diet together as well. And don't forget to exercise, because that is very important as well. And once you get all of that together, that's something good that you can do. And also decide what your goal is, what you want to achieve. If you want to do it a 6-month goal, a 6-week goal, or a year goal, depends on what you want to do. But don't stop what you're doing. Make that a year goal, 6-month goal. And also develop yourself. Get angry at yourself, not in a point to where I cannot believe I did this to myself, but get someone to help you if you want to do it together. Don't just do it by yourself if you don't want to do it by yourself. Get people with you. Make it a group thing. Because there is other people like you that want to lose weight. It's not just you. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I can do this. I know I can do this. And tell yourself that you're very proud of yourself, that you recognize that you can do this, and you're proud of yourself that you're going to take the next step to do this. And you know that you're going to be able to do this. You're going to achieve this. This is a goal that you're going to keep. Always tell yourself that when you look in the mirror. You're not going to see a person that's going to be, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm looking at a fat person in the mirror. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to say, I'm the person that I was a few years ago, and I'm going to be that person again. That's what you're going to tell yourself in that mirror. Because I did that to myself, and I didn't like myself, and I should not have done that. Because that was the worst thing that I did to myself. I should have told myself that I'm going to be the person that I was a few years ago. And I let myself go. And now I regret it. But you know what? I have a grandbaby on the way. And I'm going to do so much better for that grandbaby. Because I am going to be the person that I was a long time ago. But, and I got a doctor to help me. I've got people to help me. I've got a support group. I've got goals that I can do now. Because I'm on a better medication, and I've got a job that's a little bit stressful, but I'm not gonna let that get to me now, because I was offered an opportunity at the job, but it got a little stressful. But I'm gonna get back to the job that I had before, and I'm good now. So stress added to it, but you know what? Not anymore. I'm not gonna let that get to me no more. I'm gonna be me now. I'm gonna live for me and stress out of it. Stress is out of it. My goal, that was one goal down. Medication, getting on the right medication, that's the second goal. Getting on better food, that's another goal for me. 4, exercising. That's another thing for me that I'm going to start doing, because I've already seen my doctor and she's on board with me now. And staying away from fatty foods, sugar, stuff like that, that's another goal that I'm down with the food part. And as far as my clothes, I actually got into this other blouse that I had the other day. I've lost a little bit, and it fits me like a dress now, and I'm so happy. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, oh my gosh, Amelia, you can do this. So if I can tell myself that, you can tell yourself that. And I started reading this book by Eamer, and he told us he was going to come up with a book like this. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wish that he had thought about this sooner. But I know it was in the works, because I know he had to do a lot of research. And so I'm so glad that it came to us now, because it's like perfect timing for me. And I just hope that it's going to be perfect timing for you. And I hope you can get this, because it's available on Amazon. And like I said, when he comes on the show on the 18th, please come and ask lots of questions, because I know he's going to be able to help you like he's helped us. And it's just remarkable what your life can do and change. But first of all, like I said, I recommend you go see a doctor, get a physical, get blood work done, make sure that you don't have any active or overactive or underactive thyroid first, because that's what I had. And I just wish that I would have known this lab work sooner. Because if I had, maybe I would have lost a little bit more weight sooner. But now that I know that I have it, I'm on the right medication now, and I'm just gonna be waiting for the weight to just drop right off, because now I know, and I'm gonna come home to feeling a lot better when there's no stress. I'm not gonna be as tired as I was coming home. I'm gonna be able to talk to you guys about anything and everything without, hopefully, just with more energy. And I think that's what a lot of my problem was. I didn't have a lot of energy. I didn't have a lot of focus. And she also recommended certain vitamins too. That could be a lot of things too. Ask your doctor about that. What vitamins that they can put you on. But like I said before, just make sure you have goals. Stick to your goals. Uh, and I'm going to repeat this too as well. Make sure that you give yourself, it doesn't have to be a long term goal. Give yourself, if you want to make it 3 months goals. And once you reach that, you say, you know what? I did my 3 months goals. Why don't I go 2 more months? And then you say, you know what? No, let me make it 6 months goals. Because, when it gets closer to the holidays, that's when we put on the weight, usually. And I know a lot of people are like, okay, here comes the holidays. Oh no, I'm going to put that weight on. Yeah, that's understandable. But when it comes to the holidays, you can eat in moderation. And they're going to pull out a big spread of food. Just get like a tablespoon of each thing that they have. That's what when I had lost, weight before, or when I had my kids little, that's what I did. I would just get like a tablespoon of each, so that way I knew I could taste something. Or, what, if I said, well, you know what, I don't like the certain thing, so I'm not going to eat that. Or if I do, I'll just taste a little bit of it. So I don't say that I didn't taste it, or you just say no. That's the big thing. Just say no. You don't want to have that. You don't have to have that. You could stay away from carbs if you want. To stay away from a lot of hot sugars. Just like I said, ask your doctor, ask your dietitian. That's the main thing. Once you see your doctor, ask the dietitian, and then that way you can sit down in front. But my best thing that I love to eat is salmon and rice, or salmon and asparagus. That's my favorite thing. I know a lot of people are different. You might not like salmon, but that's what I'm going to be eating to lose weight. So a lot of people, or even baked chicken, that's the thing. But I'm Mexican, so the hard part is going to be giving up tacos. It's going to be giving up enchiladas, um, stuff like that. But they say you can have a cheat day, but you know what? I don't think I want to do that. But if I'm going to have any bad fats, it's going to be up to me and my dietitian to figure out what we're going to do. And like I said, it's going to be up to you as well. But don't stress yourself, because it's not going to happen overnight like that. And it's not going to happen for me overnight like that. Just note that it's going to happen. We're going to lose the weight. We're going to burn the fat. Just like here. The Fat Burner Secrets by Eamer. And like I said, you can get this book. Sorry about the lights, folks. There you go. You can get this on Amazon and have it ready before the 18th of February when he comes on the show. And speaking of who comes on the show, on the 10th of February, Monday, we're going to have the Glory Days of Doo-Wop with Mr. John Patillo. He's going to be on our show. And on the 11th, Tuesday, we're going to have Devil in the Music 4 or 5. I think we're going to be doing that again because it's getting very, very hot again. Especially if you saw the Grammys, which was, oh my goodness. That is another story again that it's just was ridiculous. And then I'm going to be coming to you on the 12th again. We're going to be talking about, like I was saying before, stress at work. But this one's going to be, I'm going to be talking to you about having to go to work while you're sick, especially if you're a one income family or the main income family. I'm going to be talking to you about that on the 12th. And then we're going to be talking about social media exploitation on Monday, the 17th. And then, as I mentioned before, Dan Eamer will be here in person to talk about his weight loss book, what we'll be talking about today. And I brought up some key points about his book today because I wanted to talk to you about my personal stuff about the book, and what it's helped me with, and my goals that he talked about in the book of what to do, and the key points basically that he said to do in the book. And he opened my eyes when I read that book. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I should have thought about doing this, the goals and the personal trainer and all of this here, and to be committed. And I just can't believe I hadn't done that. Where have I been? How come I haven't been doing this? Because I've been lazy, that's why. I've been too tired. I let the thyroid control me instead of me controlling the thyroid. Don't let that happen to you, please. You control it. Not don't let the thyroid control you or whatever you have. Because you'll end up being like me here. But like I said, first of all, go see your doctor, get a physical, and let your doctor tell you. And I want to thank you so much for letting me tell you my story. I really appreciate that so much. And I hope that my story helped you. And I'm sorry for the babbling or crying that I did on our live podcast, but I had to vent a little bit about my story to you guys to let you know what I was going through, and I appreciate it. I really do. And join us again on Monday as we, like I said, bring you on a podcast live. This time I'll have Mad Dog with me, and who knows what he'll be yelling at me on Monday, right? No, he's good to me. So I'll probably be yelling at him for something. You never know, right? But anyway, I do thank you guys so much, and you'll have a fantastic Wednesday night. Enjoy the rest of your week and weekend coming up. And we will see you on Monday. I thank you for your time. Mwah.